In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on April 25, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Blue Jays versus Kansas City Royals. The Toronto Blue Jays currently hold the 4th spot in the American League East standings with a record of 13-11, aiming to improve their position in the league. Their upcoming game will feature right-hander Jose Berrios on the pitching mound. Berrios is coming off a notable victory against the San Diego Padres, where he pitched 6 shutout innings despite allowing 5 hits, 2 walks, and striking out 6 batters. Meanwhile, the Kansas City Royals are performing relatively well this season, standing 3rd in the American League Central with a 14-10 record. The team will rely on young left-handed pitcher Cole Ragans in the upcoming matchup. Ragans recently faced a setback against the Baltimore Orioles, giving up 7 runs on 9 hits over 1.2 innings with 4 strikeouts and no walks. Ragans faces a tough challenge ahead, as he struggled in his last appearance and now must confront a Toronto team that excels against left-handed pitchers, boasting a slash line of .253, .337, .411, and .748 in such matchups. Toronto holds a significant advantage in pitching with Berrios, especially considering Kansas City's recent offensive struggles, having scored 3 or fewer runs in 7 of their last 11 games. With Jose Berrios scheduled to start, Toronto looks poised to break through after 2 close games. Berrios has been in top form lately, securing 3 consecutive shutout wins and demonstrating reliability against the Royals. The outcome of this game will largely hinge on pitching, where the Blue Jays hold a notable advantage. Given Berrios' dominant performance this season, it's likely that Kansas City will struggle to keep pace, particularly after Ragans' recent poor showing against a potent Toronto offense. Assuming the Blue Jays hitters provide ample run support, they stand a good chance of leaving Kansas City with a split, making the Toronto Blue Jays money line our full game side pick. The presence of the formidable Berrios on the mound suggests a challenging outing for the Royals' offense. Berrios has held his last 3 opponents to minimal hits, striking out 19 batters while walking only 5. His impressive earned run average and WHIP place him among the top candidates for the Cy Young Award. On the other hand, the Royals have struggled to convert opportunities into runs, ranking 23rd in on-base percentage, indicating a likely failure to score more than 2 or 3 runs in the upcoming game. Despite Ragans' poor outing against Baltimore, it's improbable that he will concede another high run count in consecutive starts. He is expected to pitch longer than his previous 1.2 innings. Even if Ragans faces early struggles and is replaced, the Kansas City bullpen has demonstrated strength, ranking 9th in MLB in earned run average and limiting home runs effectively. Looking at their recent performances, Ragans had one particularly bad start but has otherwise kept opponents to fewer than 3 runs. Similarly, Berrios has allowed just 3 earned runs across his first 5 starts of the season. Considering the recent offensive struggles of both teams, with the Blue Jays ranking 12th with a .242 team batting average over their last 5 games, and the Royals 20th with a .228 team batting average during the same period. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros versus Chicago Cubs. The Houston Astros, currently at the bottom of the American League West, will extend their stay in Chicago to face off against the National League Central second-place Cubs in the final game of a 3-game series on Thursday afternoon. The Cubs secured victory in the first game with a score of 7-2, backed by Mike Tauchman's first 2 home runs of the year. Game 2 is scheduled for Wednesday evening in Chicago. As of Wednesday, Houston found themselves 10 games below .500 for the first time since starting the 2016 season with an 18-28 record. Although Justin Verlander showed promise in his season debut, the Astros, under manager Joe Espada, have struggled to find their rhythm. Conversely, the Cubs entered Wednesday with a strong record, having won 7 of their last 10 games. Pitcher Javier Assad has been dependable, filling a rotation spot well, despite Justin Steele's absence due to injury. Notably, the Cubs boast an impressive 8-3 home record at Wrigley Field. The Cubs are currently excelling as a cohesive unit, with contributions coming from across the team rather than relying solely on a few standout players. This makes it a favorable opportunity to bet on the home team, given the favorable odds against pitcher Verlander, who is favored according to bookmakers. Chicago's recent strong performance, winning 7 of their last 10 games, suggests that Assad will hold his own against Verlander, allowing the Cubs to exploit Houston's vulnerable bullpen, which has struggled with a cumulative earned run average over 6. The Cubs, one of the most profitable teams this season, aim to capitalize on the Astros' current difficulties to conclude this series triumphantly. Chicago's limited exposure to Verlander shouldn't be a concern, given the Astros' inconsistent performance since the season began. Therefore, the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. Before Wednesday, Houston had experienced the under-hitting in 7 out of 10 games this season. They rank 19th in the majors with an average of 4.08 runs per game, while their average game total stands at 9.54 runs. On the road, Houston's runs dropped to 3.27 per game, with an average total of 9.82 runs. In contrast, Chicago saw an even split between over and under in their 18 games this season. The Cubs rank 5th in the majors with an average of 5.48 runs per game, rising to 6.27 runs per game at home. The Cubs' average total runs per game is 9.96, slightly decreasing to 9.82 as the home team. Houston leans towards the under, with an 8-14 over-under split, and will have their ace on the mound. Additionally, it will be the first time the Astros hitters face Assad, who commands an array of 6 pitches effectively. Similarly, the majority of the Cubs lineup will encounter Verlander for the first time, a pitcher renowned for his skill. Moreover, the Cubs are without their top RBI contributor, Cody Bellinger, who is on the 10-day injured list. The Cubs are eager to wrap up this game and move on to Boston, while the Astros are preparing to return home after a 6-game road trip, looking forward to a day off on Friday. Given the circumstances, this should be a brisk contest. With an early start, predicted inward wind at Wrigley Field, and 2 standout starting pitchers, the under bet holds significant value for this game. The lack of familiarity with both lineups against their respective starters suggests that the game will remain under the projected total. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Mariners versus Texas Rangers. The Seattle Mariners and the Texas Rangers will conclude their 3-game series in Texas on Thursday afternoon. These two teams are currently vying for the top spot in the American League West Division, with both hovering around the .500 mark. Both teams enter this game aiming for a series victory, having split the first 2 games. Despite neither team boasting an impressive record, this early season contest is crucial for American League West supremacy. In my view, the Rangers possess a stronger lineup, though neither team holds a clear advantage in starting pitching for this matchup. Castillo struggled in 3 starts against the Rangers last season, but maintained a respectable era and maintained a solid strikeout rate. He is coming off a standout performance in his last outing, set to face a Rangers squad that has dropped 3 of its last 5 games heading into Wednesday night's clash. The Mariners have been on a hot streak lately, winning 4 of their last 5 games. Notably, this surge has aligned with Rodriguez's impressive performance. Over the past 5 games, Rodriguez is hitting .500 with a .727 slugging percentage and a 1.249 OPS. Rodriguez's red-hot bat significantly bolsters the Mariners' offensive threat, making their lineup increasingly dangerous. The left-handed Heaney could be vulnerable against Rodriguez. Heaney's inconsistent form this season leaves little confidence in his performance. Particularly, his home outings have been subpar, and he faces a motivated Seattle offense keen on making their hits count. Although Castillo has had his struggles against the Rangers, he has managed to baffle batters and rack up strikeouts. In their recent outing, the Mariners were limited to just 1 run on 8 hits, but they are unlikely to face the same offensive constraints in this matchup. Therefore, the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. The Rangers rank among the top 5 in runs scored per game, and Heaney has contributed to opponents gaining confidence and generating runs against him. The Mariners have performed best on the road this season, as have the Rangers at home. Neither pitcher has demonstrated consistent ability to stifle opponents, and Castillo has encountered challenges in each of his April starts. The Mariners' offense has sparked to life thanks to Rodriguez's hot streak. Heaney holds an earned run average of 6.35 in his 4 starts and has surrendered 3 home runs in just 17 innings. Heaney also struggles to induce swings and misses, having issued 9 walks in the same span. Expect the Mariners to put runners on base early and often on Thursday, likely scoring 5 or more runs. While Castillo has not dominated against the Rangers, he is likely to concede at least 2 to 3 runs against one of the league's more formidable lineups. Anticipate the runs to pile up, making over the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.